Hello, boys and girls. Do you recognize this? You're right, it's a hundreds chart. We've seen these in many different ways in school, haven't we? We've seen small ones on the corner of our nameplates. We've seen a huge one at the front of our classroom that actually goes all the way to 120. Right, and we've talked about how the one in our classroom has the numbers going to 120, but they're in columns instead of rows. This one is in rows. Yeah? Well, today we're going to talk about the hundreds chart again because it's such a useful math tool, but we're going to talk about number neighbors on the hundreds chart. Yeah, you know the word neighbors, don't you? Maybe you've seen a little bit more of your neighbors lately than you usually do. You might not be able to get right close to them, but you might be able to stand and talk to them, huh? What do we know about neighbors? Yes, they're people in our community. And sometimes when we talk about neighbors, we talk about people who live right next door to us. Like if our houses are in a row, we can use the word row, like these numbers are in a row, aren't they? Houses are often in rows, and when we talk about our neighbors, sometimes we talk about the people that are to the right of our house and to the left of our house. Sometimes we call our neighbors the people across the street. And we also use the word neighbors to mean everyone too, don't we? The people who we should care about. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to use that word. Today when we talk about number neighbors, we're going to talk about numbers that are close to each other on the hundreds chart. Now look closely. Here's my hundreds chart. This is almost like I took a magnifying glass, kind of like I got one out of our word station. Yeah. And I took the magnifying glass and I just cut a piece of the hundreds chart out and made it bigger. You can see this one starts from 1 and goes to 30. I guess we could call it a 30 chart, right? And we just want to focus on one little part of this chart today. Yep, your eyes already went right here, didn't they? They went right here on this number. Jacob K., what number is that? You're right, it's 15. Very good. Did you notice how there's a number missing on top, on the bottom, to the left, and to the right? Yep. Those are what we're going to call our number neighbors. Number neighbors. Very good. We're going to call them that because they're very close to this number 15. We want to find out what is unique or special about these numbers as far as how they get along with number 15. Here's what I mean by that. If you look at the number 15 and you kept on counting, our question right now is what number would go right here to the right of 15? That one's probably our easiest one to figure out, isn't it? We could even get a running start. We could start with the number 11 and we're going to count up. Count with me. 11, 12, 13. Oh, I just gave something away, didn't I? You say it. I won't say it yet. 15, and then what? 16. So we're going to write the number 16 right in here. That's a 1 and then a 6. Can you see it if I write in pencil? Oh, good, you can. That's the number 16. It's 1 greater than 15 because you notice as I kept counting, I went up 1. And I could keep going. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, or I could stop. Did you notice what the number to the left of 15 was? It was 1 less than 15, wasn't it? You already said it out loud, didn't you? Even though I got quiet for a minute, you probably said it. Let's get a running start again with 11, and we're going to think about which number is 1 less than 15. Here we go. 11, 12, 13, 14. I know, I got to say it that time too with you. So I'm going to write the number 1 and then the number 4. That is the neighbor to the left of the number 15. So I could say that 14 is 1 less than 15. I could also say that 16 is 1 greater than 15. So there's a value of 1 different between each of these numbers. They just change by 1. Now there's another thing I could look at here. I could think about the number neighbor above the number 15 on the hundreds chart, and I could think about the number neighbor below the number 15. I know, you're thinking about the words above and below. Remember when we tap our sticks above our heads, maybe below our knees? We're using those words again, above and below. Well, here's the cool thing about the hundreds chart. When you look at the number above 15, it's going to be 10 less. Right. So I have to think of what 15 take away 10 is. Some of you know that already? Wow. I'm going to get out our abacus to help us in case we don't know. I always think that it's kind of neat how the abacus is like a hundreds chart without, there we go, without the numbers on it. The beads are there modeling it for us. So if I was looking at my hundreds chart, do you know where the number 15 would be? There'd be 10 here, and then 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I wrote on this, I'd write the number 15. Now, if I looked right above this one, this would be the number above. That would be the number neighbor for 15. Let's count backwards and see how many beads there are between the 15 and its number neighbor on top. Ready? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There were 10 numbers in between there. Yep, there were 10 less. If it was a stretched out number line, I would have taken 10, well, actually, 10 jumps this way. But because this is like a number line stacked on top of another number line, I had to go this way and then keep going back. So let's see what that number neighbor is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 10 less than 15. Do you want to prove it? Let's prove it. Let's just go really simple on this one. Let's draw 15 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I'm going to take away 10 of those. That's like saying 15, take away 10. I want to know what that's going to equal. So I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many of you see 5 circles left? Let's count and double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. There's 5 left. Hey, isn't that what we did on here? We had 15. We took away 10. When we look at our hundreds chart and we find the number 15 and we look above the number 15, it's like we just took away 10. So we're going to write the number 5 there. Very cool. They match. These two are equal. So the number neighbor to the top of 15 is 5. You're one step ahead of me. You're already saying, what about the number neighbor below? Yeah, I know, Huxley. Slow down, don't say it out loud. Keep it inside for just a minute. Let's get out our abacus again. All right, so we knew this was 10, and then we did 5 right here, so this is 15, right? So now we're going to try to figure out what is right down here. So this time, instead of taking away 10, yes, Reed, we're going to add 10. Let's count up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you see how it lined up? It sure did, just like that. We could say 5, 15. What would this one be? It would be 25. Let's plug that into our number puzzle here and see if it all makes sense. Oops, my pencil's going to flip out there. I'm going to write the number 25 here and then let's check. Let's just start counting here. We know we don't have to start counting at 1. We can start further along. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It worked. And it makes sense because look at 26 would be 1 greater. So 25 works there. You see that? It's like we're counting by tens, except we started on 5. 5, 15, 25. So boys and girls, today we talked about number neighbors. Do you think that number 15 is the only number with neighbors? It's not, is it? Nope. All the numbers have number neighbors that we can notice things about. And we'll be looking at number neighbors more in the future. And when we do, we're going to pay close attention to what 1 more is, what 1 less is, what 10 less is, and what 10 more is. What? You want 1 more? All right, we'll do 1 quick bonus. We have to be quick, though, because we're going to run out of time on our video. Let's pretend we were studying the number 18. So I'm going to highlight the 18 square here. All right. 1 greater is, tell me, Sama. 19. Good. All right, boys. 1 less is, yes, 17. Good job, boys. All right, it's going to be tricky. Let's go. 10 less than 18. Who's got this for me? Priscilla, you've got it. Okay, what is it? It's 8. Good girl. All right, and now we need 10 greater. 10 greater than 18. Angie, are you ready for this one? Yes, 28. What, Luigi? Did you notice something about the numbers? All right, tell us. Aha. Luigi wants you to focus on this. Look at 8, 8, 8. And you saw a similar thing over here? 5, 5, 5. I'm glad that you notice patterns in numbers. You are a great math thinker. So are all you boys and girls. I want you to keep thinking about numbers and keep thinking about math, and we'll do some more number puzzles in the future. All right, be good.